Hey guys, welcome to Mi Casa. This week I reached out to Vinnie Calautti of Boston University. He's in charge of the men's basketball and men's soccer programs there. And I want to talk to him and see what his take was about getting the basketball culture to buy into the weight room mentality and some challenges he may face and things that he can do to get his athletes to buy into him so he can get the best out of each athlete there. So he gives a lot of great pointers. I hope you guys could take something from him. And if you're ever in the Boston area, try to reach out to him. He's a great guy. I was able to go visit him and learn a lot from him, and I showed him a few things too, and we really hit it off. So he's a really good guy. I'll put his information at the bottom. So I hope you enjoy this video, and stay strong.
Hey, how's everyone doing out there? My name is Vinnie Calautti. I'm the strength and conditioning coach here at Boston University with men's basketball and men's soccer. I want to say thank you to my man John first for having me on today to talk to you guys about how do we get basketball players to buy into a strength and conditioning philosophy. And for me, it's something that started 8 years ago with how I act towards my athletes, how I begin to train my athletes, which is a saying that one of my mentors, Mike Boyle, told me when I first started out, which is, no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And for me, it's really important. It's basically, you might be the smartest strength coach in the country. You might have this great scheme. You might have this great annual plan where everything falls in order. But at the end of the day, if your athletes don't think that you care, they're not going to put forth the max amount of effort. They're not going to run through that brick wall. They're not going to do anything and everything you say that's going to help them become a better athlete unless they feel that you truly care about their well-being, not just as an athlete or their goals or their success, but if you truly care about themselves as a person, as an individual, and their growth. And for me, that's one thing that holds true every single day when I talk to our guys. As strength and conditioning professionals, we get the most time out of any coach with our athletes. So spend time talking to them. Spend time outside of the weight room talking to them. Get to know them. Get to know their personal life. Get to know their ins and outs. Try to connect with them. Once you can connect with your athletes, especially basketball players, once you can connect with them, they're going to open up. They're going to get to do anything and everything that you want them to do. They're going to go through a brick wall for you. Once they feel that you're here unconditionally for them, once they feel that you're not here just because you're trying to collect a paycheck. For me, that's first and foremost the most important thing that you can do as a strength and conditioning coach, whether it's with basketball or any athlete, is spend time with them outside the weight room. Spend a few minutes to get to know them as a person, to get to know their story, so that you can better connect with them in the weight room. And the second part for me of building a strength and conditioning culture with my athletes is making sure that our coaching staff, that includes the head coach, the assistants, the athletic training staff, making sure that we're all on the same page, that we all know the philosophy and that we all know what we're trying to get from each individual athlete, that we're all saying the same things to each individual athlete. If we all know the plan for a specific player and we're relaying that message and we're all saying the same things, our athletes are not going to get confused. They're going to understand that if you're telling them we need to work on mobility, that is an important part of your development. If they're hearing, well, your mobility is good, but we really want to get you stronger, they don't know which part is more important to them. They're just going to do what they feel that they think at that moment in time is the most important part. Because for them, they need a sense of direction. Every athlete needs a sense of direction. They need a clear-cut route of this is what we're going to do and this is how we're going to get there. So if we're all saying the same things to our players, if we're all relaying the same message, they're going to realize that, okay, it is very important for my development to increase my hip mobility, to increase my ankle dorsiflexion. Why? Because it's going to get me to move quicker laterally, linearly. It's going to get me to be more explosive. It's going to get me to get from point A to point B as quick as possible. For me, those are two of the most important parts of building a culture. Because they have this stereotype where all they want to do is play ball and they need these basketball specific drills to get them to become a better player, when that's not entirely true. We do need strength. We do need power. We do need to get them brilliant at the basics, get them to squat in a proper way so they can develop strength. All right, once we get them to understand the basic principles, once we get them to trust first, once they can trust us with their bodies through getting to know them, through getting to understand how they think by spending time with them, through ourselves and the coaching staffs saying the same things to our players. Once all that comes into play, when we start to work on the basics, when we start to work on squat patterns and deadlift patterns and movement quality patterns, once we start to get into that strength and conditioning side, where we're working on movement, where we're working on those patterns, it's all going to be because they are buying into our program. They are understanding that we care about their development, not because we have to as strength and conditioning coaches, but because we want to see them succeed as a person. We want them to develop as a person. Playing a sport is just part of that development. And once they know that we unconditionally care about them, they're going to run through a brick wall for you. They're going to do anything and everything you ask them to do because they're trusting you with their body at this point. They're trusting you to do what's right for them because you've taken the time to get to know them. That's how you build the chemistry of getting a basketball player to buy into a strength and conditioning program, because they're not used to that. It's different. It's unique to them. They don't know what to think about it. They think it's more of a football thing than basketball. But it all stems from getting them to understand that we care. Once you get your athlete to understand that you care, then we can start to talk about programming and movement quality and things of that nature. But it all starts from get your athletes to understand we are here for them unconditionally, not because of the paycheck, not because our boss needs to win, but because we care about them as people. Everybody, if you're ever in the Boston area, please look me up. Again, I'm at Boston University. I'll attach my email address. You can link up with me anytime. I look forward to talking to all of you. Keep on the lookout for my man John's webpage. He's doing some great things, putting out some great information. Again, thank you all for the opportunity and the ears. I look forward to talking to you all soon. God bless and have a great day.